Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's benefits to practicing both indoors and outdoors, but one of the great things about practicing indoors here, with the technology we have, that golf ball, whatever it's doing in here, is exactly what it's doing outside. So using it here allows you the opportunity to change, to play around with your numbers, to see what fits you best and how your eye sees the golf shot, and able to then allow you to have the repetition to do it on the course under pressure, time in and time out. I think one of the best things about having an instructor that you could rely on is you have someone to bounce ideas off of, and sometimes they're there just to remind you that one thing you could have forgot about from a few lessons ago. An instructor's job is to also help keep you on track with the end game, or the end goal I should say, in sight, and slowly but surely getting to that point. I like to empower you to understand everything that's going on, so that when I'm not with you or you are on the golf course, you can know exactly why you had that mishit and be able to then fix it immediately and enjoy the rest of your round, keep your round under control, and continue progressing forward.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Buffalo State Ice Arena, where Nickel City Hockey Network brings you live coverage of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League. Tonight's matchup features the Niagara University Purple Eagles and the Buffalo State Bengals. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Sean McHugh, here to deliver you the call of tonight's action, joined by color commentator Toby Bell, producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jezerowski, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, your new gold standard in digital media solutions. After a bit of a delay, we are just about ready for puck drop as the Buffalo State Bengals come in to tonight's bout off of an impressive 7-1 victory last week against the Canisius University Golden Griffins, and this was a complete effort, start to finish, for the Bengals as they got the job done in all three zones. Starting in the blue paint, goaltender Jace Faso, tonight's starter for the Bengals, was perfect after the Bengals allowed an early power play goal, and the defenseman locked it down from the blue paint on out from there. Offensively, the top line we've heard a lot about from the Bengals had their explosion and their coming out party, and that was spearheaded by Anthony Morin, scoring 5 of the Bengals' 7 goals, and he was far and away the best player on the ice, just skating circles around the defense, scoring seemingly at will. His line mate Jared Figueroa came in with a goal, and Jake Allen also notched 3 assists as the Bengals were able to get 7. Luke Stotz getting the 7 tally on the power play, capping an impressive effort for the Bengals. But Toby, they're going to need to replicate this effort and then some if they're going to take down tonight's opponent.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Sean. Not only are they facing the 2023 UNYCHL champions, but they're also facing a Niagara University team that has taken them down in 5 straight meetings, and most of them have been pretty convincing. Now, the mission for NU remains the same. Not only just win the league and compete for a national championship, but they got to do it losing not only their captain, Zach Briggs, but also their star goaltender, Josh Lascelles, who went up to the ACHA. Now, NU is trying to improve by facing teams who have already improved, those coming from above the border in Quebec, where they had a tough road trip, losing the first game 5-4, but then getting beaten pretty convincingly 6-1 and 5-0. They were able to, however, bounce back against Cornell, beating them 8-2 very handily, and they're looking to take that momentum on into today's matchup against Buff State.
Yeah, head coach Sean Casilio, when I spoke with him earlier in the week, stated that he takes those losses as less of something to be upset or mad about, and realizing that the early season test against top competition, as there were a lot of QMJHL and some former pros from the French League playing on those teams. Head coach Casilio knows that his Purple Eagles roster lost some players to graduation in the ACHA, as you mentioned, so they're getting off to a start where they played some upper competition, kind of get that taste of it early. Like you said, when they got in their first game of league play against Cornell, they handled them 8-2. They're going to look to build on that performance as they face their familiar foe, the Bengals. And the Bengals, as Toby mentioned, they're about to drop the puck in what has become a bit of a spirited rivalry, albeit a bit lopsided as of late. But the Bengals have an opportunity tonight to turn that tide, make a huge statement in the UNYCHL, and take another step towards winning that UNYCHL title and returning to nationals. What better way to do that than taking down a team that's had your number, but also has a bit of a rivalry. There's a respectable relationship between the two squads. They do work together a lot in scheduling and working together, but at the same time, when the puck drops and the lights are on, the friendliness goes out the window, and it's all business on the ice.
Absolutely.
Before we do get started, though, we would like to acknowledge that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our game sponsor, Niagara University. The Nickel City Hockey Network is happy to have the support of Niagara University as an academic leader, as well as an illustration for how non-varsity hockey can be a positive force for colleges and their athletes to gain the best experience both in college and continuing to play the game of hockey. Along with our broadcast tonight, there will be a number of Niagara University games upcoming on the Nickel City Hockey Network broadcast schedule, as next up, we will see the Purple Eagles in action at Dwyer Arena on October 18th as the Niagara University AAU Division II team will face Buffalo State. And then December 6th, Niagara and the University of Tampa will meet outdoors at the incredible Buffalo Riverworks facility, and Nickel City Hockey Network will be there to bring you live coverage. Then, of course, in February, join us down the thruway into Fredonia as Niagara and the Fredonia Blue Devils have a bout for February 15th. Toby, the Zamboni has just gotten off the ice, and the two teams are standing in the Zamboni doors, ready to take the ice again after a long warm-up period. Like we said, we did have a bit of a delay. The officials were nowhere to be found right around puck drop, which is why we're looking at a later face-off. And as we wait for the officials to finally make their way to the ice, what do you expect to see between these two teams as yet another chapter in the NU Buff State history, is about to be written?
I expect a very hungry Buffalo State team. Like we already touched on, they've lost 5 of these games in a row, and Niagara has experience in the playoffs and nationals, so this will be a huge statement victory for Buff State, while on the Niagara side, they don't want to get embarrassed. They have a streak going. They feel that they should win this game handily, and they're going to try to put it away early if they can.
Buffalo State has been leaning heavily on goaltender Jace Faso as he will get the start in net for the Bengals. Again, he comes in tonight with a 1-1 record, and like we mentioned, he was outstanding in their win against Canisius. There was an early breakdown on a power play that led to a goal. Right after that, the door was slammed shut by Faso, and we also have to tip our caps. Although Faso made a lot of great saves, especially when that game against Canisius was close, the defense also shut it down. A lot of the plays were kept to the outside. The puck was finding its way out of the zone. The puck was getting to the forwards on the breakout. And when you can get these talented Buffalo State forwards the puck, hit them in stride, and get them out in transition, that is where damage can be done. And make no mistake, Niagara University is going to be very aware of that. Starting goaltender for the Purple Eagles, Dominic Andrade, will get the start for Sean Casilio and the Purple Eagles tonight. And the Purple Eagles continue to have a very strong, very nasty, very hard-nosed blue line led by their outstanding senior number 3, PJ Abbott. He has been a thorn in the Bengals' side since he arrived at Niagara University. The very big, skilled, smooth-skating two-way defenseman offers a lot of punch from the blue line on offense, a very heavy shot, an elite passer, outstanding vision in all zones of the ice, and on his defensive zone, if you have the misfortune of being near number 3 with your head down, you are going to feel him there, and there's probably going to be a piece of your equipment stuck to the glass, as PJ is one of the hardest nosed defensemen there is. As we continue to wait for the officials,
We've been doing that all evening. It's hard to find a player like that, PJ Abbott, who has size, he can skate, he has hands, he's physical, he can shoot. Just really not a tool that he doesn't have in his toolbox.
And the old saying, the rich get richer. Niagara University was able to recruit his younger brother, Peyton Abbott, from the Grand Island Vikings. Now, Peyton Abbott is still recovering from a pretty significant knee injury as he was playing in the sectional playoffs for the Grand Island Vikings, and he suffered an injury when he faced off against Iroquois Alden. But Coach Casilio and NU hope to have Peyton back right a little after Christmas in January. And when you look at this NU roster in their back end, as here we go, everybody, as the Stripes have finally made their way to the ice, and we are expecting a warm, non-sarcastic ovation for them as the refs have finally joined us for tonight's action, and it looks like there will be hockey played tonight after all.
That's the happiest I've ever been to see Stripes in my life.
Yeah, and I'm over it now, because the two teams now, as the refs finally get around to showing up to call a hockey game that we've been here for an hour for, the two teams take the ice, as it is the Bengals coming out in their envious game wear bright oranges, NU coming out in those really nice third purple uniforms. Every one of our listeners knows how much I love me a strong uniform matchup, and boy, oh boy, do we have some of that on the ice tonight, Toby.
Purple and orange, 2 colors, no white to be seen.
Gotta love it. It's going to be real easy to know who's who here. I'm imagining we're just going to get right into this, as both teams are just taking their post-warm-up pregame laps around the ice, make sure everything's good, make sure the edge work is there. Coaches offering some final words of advice as Coach Casilio and Coach Turner giving the final words, and we're just about ready for puck drop as we're going to head down to ice level for the beginning ceremonies. So there will be no anthems. We're just going to get right into things here as, again, my mistake. We are delayed, a bit unorthodox, so I'm sorry for interrupting you. If you're watching the riveting Buffalo Sabres Florida Panthers game, you can tune on over to Buffalo State and NU as we are finally about ready for puck drop here, as NU and Buff State have put their starters onto the ice, as we are finally going to get ready for hockey, as NU is going to be starting their line of Brett Strick at right wing, Angelo Donzella at center, Ethan Knopf at left wing, Ethan Jasmine and Mario Smith on the back end with Andrade. And Buffalo State is going to start their top line. Jake Allen, Anthony Mora, and Austin Paluch, as the puck is won back to Colby Lawrence as we are underway. Niagara fires the puck in down low, and Colby Lawrence is going to head into the corner. He's got pressure on the forecheck, chips it ahead of his forechecker, but another forward on the play knocks it down low, and NU will start shop initially, But Lawrence with the physical play puts his man into the boards. Here come the Purple Eagles as it's picked up there by Donzella and is gathered there by the Eagles. Jake Allen being a pain on the back check as Strick just has to get rid of it as Jake Allen was all over him, but NU breaks into the zone nicely. Purple Eagles looking for a cross-ice pass as Strick and Blackley go to the wall. Blackley again continuing to be a bull in a china shop for the Bengals. He has made his presence known as a high pass is flipped out to center ice. Almost finds Anthony Morin as he chases the puck down, and it's chipped down into the Bengals zone as Colby Lawrence retreats. This is a long shift for number 3 as he goes to the wall with Newport. Stotz gets the puck up to Anthony Morin. Morin drops a pass with a little miscommunication between Stotz and Morin as NU keeps the play alive. Blackley retreats into the zone with Walsh on him. Looks to reverse ice for Colby Lawrence. Sends it up the near wall. It's going to go just past Nicevich. Icing is waved off as it's going to be Joe DiMatteo. Forgot the puck here is Vincent Zach. Oh, DiMatteo pinches him out. Zach comes out of there, feeds one to the front of the net looking for Stotz and a good defensive play, and here comes Newport. Andrew Newport through the neutral zone, gains the blue line, and gets on his backhand, heads to the outside. Owen Gang rough riding him into the half wall, and now Nolan Mitchell will pick up the puck in the corner. Luke Stotz gathers the puck, and he's going to skate through the neutral zone 1-on-2. Stoots, the rangy forward out of Hamburg, looks to put a move on DiMatteo, gets one to the crease, and he's not able to get the shot on goal. Good opening rush for the 6'3" Bengals forward, Luke Stotz. Bit of a rough change right there, but Bengals get away with it as the puck is sent in. Icing waved off again as Andrade will drop the puck back for Alex Nicevich. Good read by Nicevich as he finds Militello, but the defenseman gets right back on top of him as that is Blackley again, as Colby Lawrence and Blackley are going to see a lot of action tonight with the short bench for the Bengals. PJ Abbott, the dangerous defenseman for the Purple Eagles, pinching in from his D position. And the Bengals looking to catch him is Joey Mandel, and PJ Abbott again, great job on the back check, wipes his man out. Puck is sent in deep as it's Bradley Burden getting it as far as the point. Play to the front of the net, they're looking for Doricio, nobody home. Mandel looks to keep it alive, but it's Militello coming out of there with the puck and avoids contact. Bengals, they'll get the puck back in their zone and send it into the Niagara defensive zone as Burden again is going to wind it up as the Bengals change. Burden steps around Paluch, steps around Mandel, gets on his backhand, looking in front of the net, decides to cycle around. Play down low to Militello. Militello looking in front of the net, gets it there, Faso with a poke check, and then he makes the save as the first test of the game is passed by the goaltender, Jace Faso. Militello, nice pirouette to keep the play alive behind the net, looks to feed it in front. And Paluch is going to try to get there, but Abbott with that long range neatly jabs it into the corner, and the Purple Eagles maintain their possession.
It's a long first shift.
Very, very long first shift here as the Bengals are getting some fresh troops out there as Abbott backpedals into his own end and waits for his forward group to make their change. PJ Abbott's going to drop it off, and he's going to head off for a change, and now here come the Purple Eagles with Jared Schoen. Neat pocket pick there by Austin Paluch, and now it's Smith at the line with a nice breakout pass, but again, good defense by Owen Gang getting the puck to center ice. Play was offsides as NU entered the zone, which is going to give Buffalo State a chance to clear. Paluch looking for the cross-ice pass to Allen. It finds him off a deflection. Allen at the blue line was 1-on-4, chips it in, and then Morin's going to go in with Ethan Jasmine. Jasmine will drop the puck off for Schoen, and Schoen, he's got a head of steam, and he avoids the initial wave of forecheckers, and he's heading down on his forehand. Schoen gets clear of Blackley, but a nice play by number 13 in orange to knock the puck off him right as he was about to send the pass. And here's a breakout for the Bengals. They got numbers. Here comes Anthony Morin. Morin gains the line, looks to get on the outside, feeds one to the front of the net, and Jake Allen got his stick lifted just at the last second, and now it's Niagara's turn to counter. Schoen gaining the line with Gannon. Schoen floats one on net. I don't know if he meant to do that or to hit something, but either way, Jace Faso reaches down and grabs that with his glove, and we'll finally get a whistle as the first run of play went 4.5 minutes before we got our first whistle, Toby.
Yeah, it looks like the teams were trying to make up for some of that lost time due to the delayed start. Buff State short bench. We're going to see if fatigue catches up to them later into the game.
Buffalo State did come out with some energy. Let's see if NU strategizes knowing they have the man advantage in terms of bench depth here. Right now it's Nolan Mitchell. Got some time, goes D to D, but he put a little too much heat on that pass, and that leads to a turnover and a shot, and they score! Brett Strick off the D to D turnover, gets in alone and wires one from the shot, and on the second shot of the game for the Purple Eagles, they take a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's one of the first things you learn when you're a little kid playing hockey is you cannot let any players from the other team get in between you and your goalie. And Niagara had 2 there. That's the result almost every time.
Jace Faso might have got hung out to dry a little bit inadvertently in Niagara. They are vultures around the net, despite the fact that they call themselves the Purple Eagles, and they're going to make you pay 9 times out of 10 when you turn it over that deep in your own end. And this was no exception, as NU, making a habit of this, they score early, they score often. Step 1 complete for the team in purple.
And as we just touched on fatigue potentially becoming a factor later in this game, Buffalo State cannot afford to fall behind early.
When your short bench is a 2-goal lead, feels like a 4-goal lead, and that is what Buffalo's up against here, as this next shift is extremely important. But NU's going to break out beautifully as here they come. There's another shot high into the... Ooh, Jace Fossil felt that right on the neck guard. You've probably had that happen to you 1,000 times, Toby. That'll wake you up, but it don't feel good.
Yeah, right in between the head and the shoulder pad, kind of in that soft spot where you don't have much padding. That doesn't feel good. He was fortunate, though, that the puck, rather than bouncing out, trickled right down into his stomach, got a whistle, and he could take a little break to recuperate.
Jace Faso, it goes without saying, the Bengals are probably going to have to lean to them as the third official's here, and we've got the crew. They made it. We got the linesmen. All right, the gang finally made it here. All right, let's go. And the Bengals are excited, too, as the speedster, Vincent Zach, looks to chip it around DiMatteo. He gets by him. Oh, and if he was able to run that down, he had Mitchell all alone in front of the net. DiMatteo, the rugged defenseman leading the rush, looks to take a shot from a tough angle. Good defense there by Owen Gang, but DiMatteo thought he had someone behind him, but it was just Damian Ish, and he feathers one up the half wall. Again, though, breakout pass intercepted. DiMatteo gets knocked off the puck, keeps it alive, but Stotz on the back check is going to look to start the breakout, but the Bengals are all changing. Stotz is going 1-on-4. Stotz gets his shot blocked, but he does accomplish the mission of getting the puck in deep while his teammates change, and now the Bengals have 4 set up in the neutral zone for the oncoming rush. Puck is chipped ahead as Colby Lawrence gets to it and sends it to center ice. The Bengals get a bounce, and they're going to be able to gather themselves in their defensive zone. Doricio keeping an eye on Patrick Mavrakis as Blackley dips into the corner looking to start the breakout. He just calmly lifts it to center ice and is picked up by Doricio. The former Batavia Notre Dame captain gets it deep as Indridson leads the rush, going onto the wall with Schottmer. Again, Niagara's breakout is pristine as here they come again as Matt Kroll gains the blue line. Good back check initially there by Indridson. Kroll gets a rough ride into the boards by Colby Lawrence, the football player. That is his element, physical play on the boards. Abbott, nice gather, looks to get a shot, had a screen set in front, but good defense by the Bengals to make sure that puck did not get to the top of the blue paint. Niagara defensemen just reading those breakout passes like a book, and although they didn't intercept it, they're able to get set in the zone as they're just, as soon as that pass is on target, there are 3 Eagles in the zone. PJ Abbott, nice job juggling the puck out of the air as Blackley makes his presence known initially on Gannon. Indridson chips it around for Doricio. Doricio's got some company, looks to sauce one up from Morin. He's going to get into the pocket of PJ Abbott. He's going to beat him to the puck. Anthony Morin and PJ Abbott, but Abbott neatly sweeps the puck off him. There was initially going to be an icing, but it was deemed waved off as the Bengals touched the puck on its way down the ice. Gang with 2 on him. High off the glass, chipped down there by Smith, who goes D to D for Scanlon, who then sends the puck up. That is going to be an icing as Ish will get back, and we're going to get a whistle here with 12:36 to go in the first period, as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Give them a call at 716-856-2872 or visit them at militello.com.
Buffalo State's being really aggressive in the offensive zone when Niagara has the puck, and it's really allowing Niagara to open up their breakout. They got to be a little more conservative.
Another picture-perfect breakout there by the Eagles as it's Derwin Hauser taking a shot that gets blocked, but it's NU gathering in the zone. Morin looks to chip it ahead of Smith. Nice defense there by the Purple Eagles, and they're going to cause havoc in the neutral zone again. Schoen, there's a shot. It goes wide there, picked up by Jasmine. Down low it goes. How he was allowed to get in front of the net like that, I don't know, but Matthew Gannon takes a rough ride after the shot, and he missed the net. I would not advise allowing him to get a look like that again. That is a recipe for disaster against this Purple Eagles team.
Yeah, they got away with one there.
Hauser on his backhand, gets on his edges and peels up, looking to set up the offense. Looks for Smith. Smith has Morin on him. Morin does a nice job dislodging him from the puck, but Bengals aren't quite able to get it out yet. They got someone behind the defense. Oh, and the pass is just off looking for Vincent Zach, but the icing is waved off as Vincent Zach was ahead of the play. Niagara goes D to D behind their own net, and looking for the breakout here is it's Smith. Up it goes for Ethan Knopf, the new captain of the Purple Eagles. Plays down low. There's a shot, and it's blocked, and the puck is knocked out of play as we got some post-whistle pleasantries being exchanged by Angelo Donzella. And it looks like Magnus Indridson, no harm, no foul here. And Ethan Knopf, the new captain of the Niagara Purple Eagles, and that would have been one of my choices if I had to say in this, as we've seen plenty of Ethan Knopf. He is an absolute bear in both ends of the ice. Dogged forechecker, extremely skilled offensively, and is about as responsible as any forward as you're going to see in his own end. Well deserved to see this young man wearing the C. I know for a fact he will do his coach and his teammates and himself proud. Knopf doing the captain's work, dealing with Michael Blackley, and there he is again, digging on the boards, wins it back for Nisevich. D'Amadio looks for the cross-ice pass for Knopf. It hits a leg, but Knopf gets the puck back to his point man as it feels like an NU power play right now, and Fasso's seen enough of that as he holds on for a whistle with 10:50 to go in the opening period.
Just very loose defensive coverage. Guys are easily gliding out of coverage with nobody seeming to notice. Wide open in front, wide open in the slot. Buff State really needs to do a better job of sticking to their defensive game plan and not being so loose.
Yeah, Bengals need to tighten it up because, as you know, Niagara, they can cycle, and you cannot allow this team to gain any more confidence than they already have. It's not something they lack, but you can't let them grow it. As, again, D'Amadio, a heavy shot blocked into the corner. But, again, NU just cycling and starting zone time as another shot goes high and wide. D'Amadio pinching in like a hurricane coming down from his point position, but Logan Scanlon covers the point man as this Niagara team, they just have such great spatial awareness and know where to go, as even after a hit, Newport gets in the zone. The Bengals, they're just not able to complete a pass. Just they have a Purple Eagle just within a stick length of every single puck carrier. They have nowhere to breathe out there.
Yeah, they're really not supporting each other very much. Every pass they're attempting is a stretch pass.
That is not going to work against this team.
And you see with Niagara, they have so many little tiny passes to slowly move the puck up ice. Buff State needs to incorporate some of that into their own game.
Good block there by Nolan Mitchell looking to create offense, but Nisevich gets on his horse and gets back and doesn't even allow Indridson to enter the zone. Logan Scanlon, down low it goes for Walsh. Passes in the skates of Scanlon, but he picks it up off the net and is looking in front, but Colby Lawrence is riding him into the boards, but it's going to be Scanlon, the experienced forward for the Purple Eagles, finding his way to the puck behind the net again. Scanlon gets roughed off the puck, but does find Walsh, and Walsh has time and space, and again, that shot gets blocked on its way as the Bengals have been pinned in their own end for what feels like the last 4 minutes, and that's just not something you can deal with if you're Buffalo State right now.
Yeah, it's only a matter of the time if they spend this much time in their own zone.
And you looking to gather in the zone, decide to feather one in, and they're going to begin the forecheck as Damian Ish heads back, sends the puck off the boards. Puck does not find Doricio as Kroll takes a shot from distance, and Faso gets his waffle board on that, but Militello picks the puck up in the far corner. Again, good passing to the front of the net there. Shot not dangerous, but the puck is just spending a lot of time around the Buffalo State net, which is the opposite of where they want it. Stotz is going to try to leg it out himself. Stotz using his long reach to gain the line. Stotz puts a knife move on one, but maybe a little too much, as I don't know if he was aware that he had the player. There was no call on what might have been a hook there, but Buffalo State is going to get an offensive zone faceoff as Andrade in that really nice old school pad wrap setup. I love it when goalies wear those. He covers as NU's going to have to deal with the defensive zone faceoff as the vaunted top line for the Bengals is coming out again, as this time Aaron Johnson getting a shift with the top line.
And Buffalo State is going to need this top line to be huge. As we've been saying, Niagara has fully taken control of this game. These are the guys who are going to have to get it back for Buffalo State.
Blackley fires one into traffic. It gets blocked, and Kroll's got a man behind him. It's Militello. Catches it nicely, but Militello blows a tire right before he makes the move. As now the Bengals look to counter as they got Blackley. Blackley's got a man going to the net, but he airmailed the pass for Aaron Johnson. That's a tough break for the Bengals. Blackley losing an edge. There might be ruts in this ice. You've seen that before. That was an offsides as Morin got hit on his way out of the zone. as we're going to get a whistle here with 8:19 to go here in the opening period, as this broadcast is brought to you by 412 Communications, your new gold standard and digital media solutions for small business. Visit 412 Communications as they offer consultation for web and graphic design. 412 Communications, allow them to help you build bridges with the people you serve. Niagara slowly on the breakout as they're not having much pressure, and that's just going to make it easy on them as they head through the zone. Here is Hauser. He gets the puck chipped off him, and Black. Here's Anthony Morin. Morin splits the D, and a big save there made by Andrade, his first big test of the game. Andreessen goes for the pinch. He loses the rolling puck, and the Bengals aren't able to get it deep. Here's Gannon. Shields the puck. He's looking for Hauser. Hauser circles back into the zone. Feathers one. Nobody on the point there as it's picked up, but it's turned over again. The Bengals got to get back as Blackley loses an edge again. Did you think he lost an edge?
I have no idea. These last couple shifts have been really sloppy between loose defensive play and just guys losing their footing. A little bit of messy hockey for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
And this broadcast is also brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit EnviousGameware.com to give your team a look to be envious of. And, man, one thing you got to say, Envious Gameware knocked these orange Bengals jerseys right out of the park.
Yes, they did. These things are beautiful.
Gang goes D to D for Colby Lawrence. Lawrence sends one back to him. That's a tough spot to juggle the puck, and Owen Gang quickly fires the puck up the zone. That is tapped at center ice by Nolan Mitchell, which waves off the icing, forcing Mario Smith to head back into the zone. Shields off Luke Stoltz on the drive-by. This time the breakout does not find its intended target as Owen Gang chips the puck in just over the blue line where it's picked up there by Ethan Jasmine. Jasmine wires the puck around the net for Mario Smith. Beautiful pass through the neutral zone and a touch pass up the ice, and then here come the Purple Eagles on a beautiful play sent to the front of the net, and it tipped away by the Buffalo State defense as it's Stoltz again. Stoltz finds the breakout looking for Zach. The puck is in his feet, and Niagara turns that right around. And NU coming back again with a shot. Save made by Faso. Play is held as Colby Lawrence takes his man to the deck, but the puck is picked up on the side of the net, and now it's picked up there by the goal scorer, Strick. Strick for Nisevich. D to D it goes for DiMatteo. Back it goes to Nisevich as this is just a clinic in passing by Niagara right now.
Much better fight in front of their own net from Buff State, though.
That's definitely progress, and something they'll need to be dealing with all game is DiMatteo, that just an absolute beast with the puck right there. Loses it to Gang. Gang was going to rush it in, instead decides to chip it deep and come off on a change. Probably the right play, being outnumbered, as the Purple Eagles are attempting to wind it up here with Nisevich again. Nisevich has a really good first step, gives himself some space, and a pad save made by Jace Faso.
Keeping a minute.
As we expected, Faso's going to have to keep the Bengals alive for now as this play is just chipped. That's a good clear for the Bengals as it's going to head out to center ice as Doricio is going to lead the forecheck.
Buffalo State's doing a great job of weathering the storm. They know that they're behind as a big breakout happens. Shot on goal.
Takes a shot there, and a good blocker save there made by Faso. Although that looked dangerous, Faso was unbothered. Joey Mandel heading in, takes a shot from an angle. Not the most dangerous shot, but a good play to get it on net with traffic coming to the net. Doricio is a bull in a china shop, as that's never a bad play to get a puck on net, especially when you're down and being outshot, and that is exactly what happened, as the Bengals are going to get an opportunity with an offensive zone draw.
And for how one-sided this period has seemed, it's only a 1-0 game. We've seen Buff State get 1 or 2 chances. All they need is to click one. This could be tied going in to the intermission.
Damian Ish takes a shot from the point that's blocked, and Abbott is going to go into the wall with Paluch. He reverses ice, and man down. The Bengals had an opportunity, but way to stay with it there for Matt Schottmer to shield the puck. And again, another touch breakout, and here's Scanlon. Scanlon with Walsh flanking him, decides to take the shot. There's the rebound as Fossil got hit up high again. Good back pressure by the Bengals defense. Abbott wired a snapshot and a good block by Doricio, who goes off the ice.
These Niagara breakouts are just so smooth.
Sean Walsh down low, looks for the top corner, shoots it up high, and it's over wide, but PJ Abbott clamps down on his point position, chips it off the glass, and that's just going to get right to a good spot there for the Purple Eagles, but nobody home for the backdoor pass. Schottmer, shot through traffic. Man, that pinballed off 2 or 3 different people. Faso finds that puck through a sea of legs and holds on with 4:48 to go here in the opening period, as this broadcast is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leader in the clubhouse among indoor golf facilities with simulators, lessons, and league. Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's top destination for year-round practice and instruction. Bengals gain control of the faceoff initially, but again, they're unable to break out as Mavrakis on the forecheck keeps the play alive for the Eagles. Blackley goes for a rough ride with his man, loses a glove, but he does get the puck out to center ice initially, but the Purple Eagles quickly fire it back out into the neutral zone. Kroll's got an angle on Blackley, shoots for the far side and puts it just wide. Aaron Johnson doing a nice job chipping the puck away. It goes into the bench before he takes contact. Not the worst play considering NU had 4 players down deep. That puck is kept in. They got numbers down low. Instead, we're going to get a face-off with Jake Allen and Pat Mavrakis again.
Yeah, under the pressure that Buffalo State has been under, get it out under any means. Nice save,
rebound in front of the net. Oh, how did that stay out? I don't know if Blackley saved it or if they kind of just closed the face of the stick, but either way, the Bengals survive that.
I think it went across the goal line.
They get it back right there as Ethan Jasmine shoots one from the point through traffic. In the chaos, Faso never saw it, and with 4:08 to go in the first period, NU opens up a 2-0 lead.
Looks like Ethan Jasmine got the last touch on that goal. I mean, they should have scored 5 seconds before, sent it across the goal line, but they've had a lot of pressure for the last 6-7 minutes of this game, and eventually that seal was going to be broken.
Yeah, it took 16 minutes, but NU got that second one. Let's see, the Bengals have some time to respond here. This is the worst lead in hockey, but I also know for a fact NU is not going to sit on it.
No, they're looking to build already.
Well, Buffalo State's going to get an opportunity as Stotz fires the puck in down low as Nolan Mitchell's going to lead the forecheck. The most recent goal scorer, Jasmine, stays on the ice as he goes to the wall with Mitchell. Does go down, but not before he's able to get the puck up to Jared Schoen. Even when they miss, they hit the breakout pass as NU's going to enter the zone.
When it's going right, it's going right. You can't mess up.
Nope, Darren Hauser gets it to his point as Smith is going to keep the puck in at the line. Smith takes a shot through traffic. Oh, that hit Gang in a pretty terrible spot. Luckily, he's wearing padding as the puck is chipped up to Vincent Zach. Vincent Zach shields the playoff initially. Did that puck go into his face mask?
It went into his equipment somewhere.
He got the Dan Girardi treatment right there as the play is kept alive there by the Purple Eagles initially. They will get the puck in down deep and begin forecheck pressure again as Derwin Hauser's going to bear down on Owen Gang. Gang goes to his D partner Damian Ish, fires it back to Owen Gang as there's just 3 forwards as Gang has someone far side, but he's looking for the stretch pass and it wasn't there. The Bengals are really trying to hit that stretch pass. That was there against Canisius. It is not against Niagara. They got to look east-west before they start going north-south right now.
They refuse to work up ice. They're just trying to get there in one pass, and it is not going to get them anywhere in this game.
Play goes across ice here as it's going to be picked up there by Michael Blackley.
And again, as soon as he got the puck, you see the other 2 forwards shoot right out of the zone.
Dericio turns looking for a trailer. Nobody home, and right there, east-west pass for Strick, and he's going to handle the blue line. Looks for the pass there. Good back pressure there by Magnus Indridson playing defense today for the Bengals. As DiMatteo takes a shot that it hit Blackley at the last second before going on net. But the first team to the puck again is the Purple Eagles. Another shot there by Nisevich. Kept in there by DiMatteo. Again, just a kind of an off back foot shot finding its way to the net. And Blackley, that is absolutely going to be an icing.
No doubt.
With 2:03 to go here in the second period, another faceoff coming in the Buffalo State defensive zone.
The 2 biggest things I'm noticing so far that's really giving Niagara the advantage is, one, as we've mentioned several times, the support passes, the working up ice rather than just trying to get a breakout on one pass, but also they're winning every race to the puck. Every loose puck, Niagara's on it first. And with possession comes goals.
With possession come goals, and NU's had all of that in this period as the Bengals are fortunate it's only a 2-0 lead. But if this continues, this 2-0 lead could snowball out of control quickly. The Bengals have to spend some time in the Purple Eagle zone, and that is not about to happen as we have another icing coming up for the Buffalo State Bengals.
They got to get into this intermission. They're only down 2 right now. This game is still within reach, but they need to keep it right there because, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they're short bench. So they're not going to be getting any better as this game goes on. So if this falls apart, they're not going to be able to climb back into it.
No, absolutely not, and that's not meant to be disrespectful. Just this is a very seasoned, very veteran, very experienced Niagara University team. They know how to play with the lead. They know how to play the game the right way. They are extremely well coached. You cannot allow them to get you where they want you because they will just make it miserable for you. Stotz, again, is that going to make it? It might. Yep, that is going to make it for icing. And again, 1:33 to go here in the first period, and the Bengals are really giving NU opportunities here to bust this thing wide open as the Bengals look like they're just trying to get to the period, and NU's looking to put another one in the net.
Yeah, they need to get a change here, and obviously that's why they're clearing the puck. They're trying to do that, but either they need to have a real breakout or they need a softer dump, because icing after icing keeps the same guys on the ice.
Jake Allen is going to lean in to take the faceoff here. Scanlon giving last-minute instruction to his D partner, DiMatteo, and then he leans in as Allen wins the faceoff back for Indridson. Indridson gets it to Allen. There's guys out there, but they are not able to clear it. That has got to be a clear for the Bengals, but instead it's Logan Scanlon. Oh, he had Newport on the back door. Puck is laying in front of the net. Stotz is looking to leg it out, and again, just that pass was telegraphed a little bit. Granted, in Luke Stotz's defense, I don't think he had anything else he could do with that puck right there, as this forecheck by NU is just like a bunch of bees on some sugar right here. They just can't get rid of anybody.
White on Rice.
Oh, that doesn't help anything, as here's a turnover, as there's a shot right there by Mavrakis and a save there by Faso. Not sure where it was. Finds it from the net for Militello, and a good block there by Colby Lawrence as Faso was swimming in his blue paint right there. Oh, look out. This is trouble. Abbott takes a shot right there, and it gets through a screen, and Faso sees it.
Complete chaos in Buffalo State's own zone right now.
Allen, nice breakout through the zone, but one too many moves on the defense, but the Bengals looking to apply some pressure. But NU gets all 5 players back. What a play. Here come the Purple Eagles. It's chipped up through the zone by Burden, and Colby Lawrence is going to go to the wall of Militello. Lawrence and Militello deadlocked on the boards. Lawrence has the size advantage, but Kroll is in there, and he's going to come out of there with the puck. Good puck support by the Purple Eagles, Matthew Kroll. The loose stick acting as a third defender for the Bengals right now is helping them out, as literally Niagara's got to dangle around it to set up shop. But again, you got to hit that icing waved off mercifully for the Bengals, as that is how the first period's going to end. 2-0 lead for the Purple Eagles. The Bengals had some rushes, but you got to think that was not the period you wanted to have for the Bengals. They are fortunate enough to only be down by 2 with a chance to get back into this game.
No, well, they got to be exhausted chasing the puck around the whole period, and I think the main reason is you see Niagara's breakouts, they go together, the puck leads them. Buffalo State, they get the puck in their own zone. The other 2 forwards shoot out of the zone immediately, and at that point you're playing a 5-on-3.
Well, the Bengals are going to need to regroup and come out with a stronger second period, as the Purple Eagles will take a 2-0 lead into intermission, as goals from number 23, Brett Strick, and number 86, Ethan Jasmine, have the Purple Eagles up 2-0. We are going to step away for the intermission, and we'll be right back here for second period intermission. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network. Please be sure to like and subscribe for all of our hockey content, and we will see you back for the second period after this.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, renting a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
And welcome back to Buffalo State Ice Arena, where we are just about ready to begin second period action between the Buffalo State Bengals and the Niagara University Purple Eagles, as this second period action is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. Visit Militello.com for current listings for office, industrial, retail, or investment properties. Visit them at Militello.com or give them a call at 716-856-2872. The Purple Eagles enjoy a 2-0 lead heading into the second period on goals from Brett Strick and Ethan Jasmine. And Toby, the ice was tilted pretty hard in favor of the Purple. Really, only one or two really high-end scoring chances for the Bengals. And on the other end of the ice, NU probably went into the period thinking they probably should have been up 3 or 4-0.
I was going to say, I don't know how much they are enjoying that 2-0 lead, because if it wasn't for Jace Fosso, it could easily be 3 or 4. And if Buffalo State isn't careful with the long change, it might get that way very quick.
And you picking up where they live up on the breakout, and they look to fire one early as Strick looking for his second.
I wasn't thinking it would be that quick.
It could be, as Bengals got someone. Here's Allen. Going in on Nicevic, puts the move on him, but then good back pressure. Allen draws the penalty, and that is what the Bengals needed, as Jake Allen puts a move on the defenseman, takes an Anakin Skywalker slash right to the stick. No, people, I'm not making that joke. Knock it off. As the Bengals, 23 seconds into the period, they're going to get a power play. And Toby, short of scoring a goal, that was pretty much exactly what the doctor ordered.
Well, that's a big swing from what it could have been, because Niagara was a couple feet away on a shot from going up 3-0 10 seconds in. Instead, they had the pass across open for a goal, so not necessarily a terrible penalty to take, but either way, this is Buffalo State's best chance to get back into this game.
Not only that, Toby, you know this as well as anybody, a power play has potential to be just good for confidence, just connecting on passes and having success, but NU, Allen sneaky fires one from the half wall. I do not hate that shot idea at all, as Allen just kind of fires one on net, maybe trying to catch the goalie leaning or looking ahead. When you're down like this and getting outshot and outplayed, no shot's a bad shot, as the Bengals get a quality opportunity right off the hop. Face-off controlled there by the Bengals initially, but the Purple Eagles are going to get a nice clear there by Pat Mavrakis as he sends it down, as Fosso slows things down for Owen Gang, as Cristaldi spearheading a heavy forecheck, as look at number 10 in purple, and that's what it causes, as the stripes kind of get in the way. Granted, if the pass was better, that would have been a factor. Fosso maybe got handcuffed a little, and Gang rushes a pass, gets bailed out by the back checker, as here come the Bengals. Bengals just having a very hard time connecting on passes, and that is going to kill you against a team like NU, as they send the puck down the ice again.
They're just not on the same page as each other.
Wet ice for Morin. That's tough, as Scanlon, who we have seen is a stud of a penalty killer, gets sandwiched right there. Does not deter him even a little bit, as he's deep in the Bengals zone, and they have all they can deal with him, but finally they hit a breakout, as here comes Allen. Bengals might have something here with Jake Allen. Allen gets the puck knocked off him, keeps it away, but again, trying to stick handle through the wet ice as Newport rips one around.
Good keep.
Blackley for Morin. Morin's got some time and space. There's a shot saved there by Andrade.
I'd like to see Austin Pollock get more in the eyes of the goaltender there. He's in good position in front of the net, just standing off to the side a little.
Paluch then turns the puck over, dealing with some wet ice, as Logan Scanlon. He's got some speed, and he's got Lawrence on his hip, but a good stick there by the big defenseman for the Bengals to knock the puck off of him. And then Blackley gets down and dirty and finds Colby Lawrence, as there's just 20 seconds to go in this power play, as Vincent Zach, cross-ice pass read all the way there by Niagara Strick, and he's going to gain the line. Strick gets around the stick check of Vincent Zach, takes a relatively thumping hit there by Colby Lawrence, as PJ Abbott's going to cycle into his own zone, as we are now even, as Niagara, great penalty kill, and they're going to gain the zone, as Fosso makes a great save off the shot of Strick.
Completely wasted power play there with only the one shot coming off the wall.
Yeah, it was a good play there, but that can't be your only opportunity, as there's another shot there by Brett Strick, handled there by Fosso.
Got a good blocker.
Puck, though, jungles its way into the slot there. That puck was played by a high stick. I'm really not sure who that got called by. You could make an argument for either party, But either way, we're going to get a whistle here with 17-14 to go here in the second period, as tonight's broadcast is brought to you by 412 Communications, your new gold standard for digital media solutions. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve.
Face-off coming to the blocker side of Jace Fosso here.
The forwards are given the okay by the official as Luke Stotz wins the face-off back to Damian Ish. Looks to go high off the glass for the breakout for Vincent Zach. Vincent Zach, not sure what the thought process was on that pass, but it ends up back in the Bengals defensive zone as the puck goes D to D from Ish. Ish for Stotz. He takes a ride into the boards there from Abbott and gives him a stick back. Puck's picked up in the zone by the Bengals as Gang. That hit a skate. That is unfortunate for the Bengals, but that's just the way it's been going so far. As Ish has some company on the board. Sends it to center ice there, but there's P.J. Abbott waiting for the puck and just missed his pass right there for Burden. But he leads the forecheck, and again, some tough sledding on that wet ice as it's going to be Burden for Abbott. Wires one. That couldn't have felt good, but a good block there by the Bengals. If they move, they got numbers. Oh, my goodness. P.J. Abbott, like a freight train, absolutely buries Nolan Mitchell. But he gets up, and now he's going to lead the breakout. Not quite able to handle the play. Wow, Mitchell's got Abbott lined up. Let's see what he's got in mind here. Probably makes the smart play, not going for a vengeance hit as Abbott goes D-to-D, gets it back, and another high pass. That's going to work out as Knopf has some room. Blocks the clearing attempt. Sorry, that's Walsh down into the corner. Puck goes around there, kept alive there by Smith. Bengals have an opportunity to get possession of the puck, but they're not able to gather as it's dumped back into the Bengals defensive zone. Below the goal line it goes. Walsh on his backhand, has some time and space, finds Jasmine. Jasmine looking to put on the edge, looks to send one. They've got an open point if they move. Here's Blackley. Jasmine doesn't connect on the hit, but he does knock the puck off Blackley's stick, which prevents the breakout. Bengals are able to get the puck deep, but it's going to be Niagara breaking out of the zone here. It's Jasmine. Crossing ice, it goes for Mavrakis. He's not able to handle the passes. Stotz has the puck in neutral ice, but the puck sticks to the ground, and Mavrakis is going to go through neutral ice. Fires it from long range. I think the Purple Eagles have some memories of that play working in the past, but Fosso sticks his glove out and flags it down as we are going to get a whistle here with 15:10 to go in the period, as this broadcast is brought to you by Envious Gameware. Visit enviousgameware.com to give your team a look to be envious of.
Jace Fosso really holding it down with that glove and that blocker. They're all going high shots on him, not looking for rebounds anymore, and he's turning everything away.
Fosso has been great, as he typically is, dating back to his time when he was not a teammate but a mortal enemy of the Bengals with ECC. He's being relied on heavily again. Purple Eagles get a shot to the slot. That puck stayed out of the net somehow for the wrist, but it does not matter as the Bengals are not able to clear, and it's banged home right there by Gannon as it's now a 3-0 Purple Eagles lead.
Yeah, I thought that first shot went in, to be honest.
I did too.
So I guess no need to complain about it now, but the former Rochester Monarch and Frederick Gun School Matthew Gannon finds the back of the net after I think they already did previously.
Well, good job by NU to not argue with the refs or complain about it, to keep playing to the whistle. They end up getting rewarded, so it's neither here nor there. And the Purple Eagles open up a 3-0 lead, and I don't want to try to look too far ahead, but if there's floodgates, the water's pushing on them hard right now, Toby.
Yes, they are, and that is the second time Niagara has come inches within scoring, and rather than throwing their hands up, they've stuck with the play and they've put the puck in the back of the net seconds later.
You got to get that puck out of the zone if you're the Bengals. Instead, it's going to be the Purple Eagles getting an opportunity on the doorstep, and Fosso makes a huge save as he was the only player in orange that seemed to be awake on that play.
Two huge saves.
And it remains a 3-0 lead, but you can just see it right now. The Purple Eagles have their legs. They are going to look to deliver the kill shot right here. DiMatteo takes a shot. He had that corner, but he fired it just wide. But the puck is kept in there by Nisevich. Another hard shot as Fosso throws up that big trap, but that feels like his 30th save of the game, as we're going to get a whistle here with 14:01 to go in the second period.
Probably right around 30. He has been very busy back there, and they haven't all been easy either.
Jace Fosso has been asked to make a bevy of saves right here. He is up to the task. I think it's fair to say he's definitely the best player on the ice for the Bengals. Can argue he's one of the top 3 best players in the ice in the game right now. Beautiful pass there for Niagara as they're going to look to cycle. Their passing is getting harder as Strick for the captain, Knopf. Give and go back to Strick. Oh, and he got doinked off the bar. That was a pretty passing play. Here's Austin Paluch. PJ Abbott with his 14-foot stick there reaches out and knocks that off the play. Ethan Knopf shrugs off the much larger Damian Ish and looks to send one to the slot. Puck is knocked down. Allen trying to get on his edge work. It's picked up by Strick again. Paluch passes for Moore, and he does get it to the blue line, but Abbott calmly goes D to D for Schottmer. A rare missed pass by the Purple Eagles results in an icing by Damian Ish, as with 13:15 to go, the Bengals are going to get an opportunity for an offensive zone draw.
And that looked like one of Buff State's breakouts, the long stretch pass trying to get it up ice in one play, and not even Niagara can do it. The way to work up ice is slowly but surely.
As Niagara continuing to dominate possession so far, as with 13:15 to go, it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Bengals as it's won back to Indridson. Indridson from the point. Oh, big bounce right there, but Mitchell's not able to flag it down. PJ Abbott and Mitchell going to the wall. Abbott shrugs him off neatly as the Purple Eagles looking for a breakout as Aaron Johnson gets on his horse and chips it back. That might work. We'll see. That's not going to work as it's blocked as Ethan Knopf is going to gather the puck in the corner.
That could have been much more dangerous than it turned out to be.
Yeah, I would not play with that fire again. You will get cooked. Abbott somehow curls and fires that shot. A little bit of a drag in a phone booth right there. Faso snaps the glove down and holds on as with 12:44 to go, we're getting an offensive zone faceoff as this broadcast is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's premier leader in indoor golf facilities with simulators, lessons, and leagues. Visit Buffalo Golf and Social for your next golf outing with the top destination for year-round practice and instruction with locations downtown and in Orchard Park, New York. Face-off is one. Physical play there kept alive, but there's a shot blocked by Blackley. Puck is sitting in the slot, and Faso just has to whip out that glove and snatch that puck before any more of the blue paint nonsense were to occur, as with 12:36 to go, we have another defensive zone face-off for the Orange and Black.
And almost halfway through this period, it really doesn't look much different than the first. Just Niagara dominating possession, dominating zone time, and dominating the game.
Puck is spun down low as it's going to be Blackley going into the wall. Wins the puck battle initial, but this puck support by the Purple Eagles is a coach's dream as there's just multiple players on the puck seemingly at all times. Fancy little back pass, but then it goes to a nothing point as Jasmine Zach blocks that. That hurt off the ankle as he's got to retreat in the neutral zone to gather the puck.
And Nolan Mitchell curled away from the puck there. If he stops there, he has a breakaway.
Here's Newport on the pass from Walsh. Newport showing off the hands. Nice little back pass for Walsh, but Blackley, you notice him every single night as here comes Blackley leading the rush. He's got Mitchell with him if he sees him, but Blackley's going to get down low.
A little bit of a mishandle there. Puck bounced off his stick.
Puck is chipped ahead. Let's see if Newport can start a breakout. He Latins the puck, and he's going to go one-on-one. Drops it back for Scanlon. Scanlon, way too much time, but Faso comes out high on the blue paint. I think NU should think about maybe not shooting at that glove. I mean, Faso's got that working overtime right now. Maybe look literally anywhere else.
Those straight shots he's been solid on all game. At the end of the day, it's all been bounces, it's been rebounds, it's been repeat chances. They need to focus their shots a little lower and try to create second opportunities.
I don't think any person who's ever watched a hockey game is even going to think about blaming Jace Faso for a single goal he has allowed.
No, they will not.
You're a goaltender, so that's the word I was looking for right there.
I wouldn't want to be blamed for those.
I'm certainly not blaming the goaltender, but here we go as they're going to go to work again. DiMatteo commanding the puck, gets a shot through traffic. Fossil's got to go into the cartwheel to make the save. He's able to get back to his feet, but it's Matthew Kroll taking a rough ride from Luke Stokes, but they do find their point man as Nisevich again gets one through traffic. Again, they shoot at the glove, and Faso rips it down as now we're into the just shooting gallery. Faso was just holding everything, if nothing else, just to catch his breath.
And you saw on that play a perfect example of what we were just talking about. They take a shot off his pads. He ends up on his butt, rolling around out of position. They take a shot up from the point. Easy butterfly glove save.
There's a shot to the point. That's tipped just wide as now the collapse to the net is apparent again as DiMatteo again dips down from his D position, finds the slot right there. Nothing doing as the puck is sent through the zone as it's picked up by Nicevic.
And I think that fatigue that we were talking about in the first period is starting to set in as you see Buffalo State just loosening up a little bit in their own zone.
Mavrakis fires the puck in down low, and it's going to be Nicevic on the forecheck. Puck is chipped in down low, and it's continuing. The Bengals just can't even get out of their own way right now. Oh, Hauser with some moves right there. Here comes Mandel. Mandel going one-on-one. He slowed up and allowed the defender to get into position, and the move was foiled. Doricio gives a good whack to the back checker, but nothing doing there as NU is going to look to get the puck to center ice. That hits the stick of Colby Lawrence and makes its way all the way down below the Buffalo State goal line as Ish just whips it up ahead looking for Doricio. Icing is waved off as Morin gets down to Abbott. Morin and Abbott going to the wall together. That puck is sent up to Paluch. That was a brutal change by the Bengals. Damian Ish had to be aware and on his horse to prevent a 2-on-0. Burden dancing through the zone again. Hey, Luke Stotts using the big body to finish his man off. But again, the Bengals are not able to do much with it. That should have been a hand pass, but it's not going to be. And honestly, that works out better for the Purple Eagles as they just maintain straight possession now.
Big hit by Luke Stotts trying to get his team going, but didn't do much for them clearly.
Schoen gets a shot blocked, but he's the first one in to maintain possession, drops it down low, but Morin picks up the puck off the wall. He's having a hard time getting free as there's two Purple Eagles in puck support, and they're going to come out of there with the puck for Schoen again with a shot, and there is the first star of the game, Jace Fasso's glove, making yet another save.
His hands are very smooth. You notice he's not punching, he's not swatting out at these pucks. He's just letting them come right to him and fall into his glove and blocker.
I believe your type refers to that as good positioning.
Yes, it's supposed to look easy. It's not supposed to look like you have to be an all-star every save you make.
Fasso has made it look easy, but has been an all-star tonight as Lawrence just flips one up to center ice, and I feel like that's the game the Bengals are going to try to play. That 2014 Los Angeles Kings, Drew Doughty flips it. Andrzej Kopitar runs it down, and the offense starts that way.
Worked for them?
Well, I don't see Andrzej Kopitar out there, so yeah.
I don't see Doughty either.
No. Well, nobody.
Oh, misplay.
Here comes Morin again with the shot. Oh, and a big save there by Andrade. And here comes the top line as Allen is just, I am not going to fight the theory of fire away here. Pass to the front of the net. Oh, and that was the golden opportunity for Paluch, and he's not able to knock the puck down.
That was Buffalo State's best chance of the game.
Heads up, coach, as that puck hits you right in the throat, but he's going to be just fine as we're going to get a whistle coming up here with 8:37 to go here in second period play as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker.
It's a good idea by Buff State after not having a shot on Niagara for a while to just throw one at him, trying to catch him off guard.
Fasso again, that glove. You might be able to throw that glove in Toronto by the end of this game as I think it might be overbroken in at this point.
I think half our whistles have come from his glove.
Well, I mean, you're a goalie with your awesome brown pad setup. I mean, Fasso looks great in that bright orange and black setup, man.
Yes, he does. It looks awesome with the orange jerseys.
Looks sick with the black ones, too.
I can imagine.
Here comes Blackley. He's got two on him. Luckily, Jake Allen was on his horse right there. Here's Morin. Morin's got some room and speed. This is what the Bengals need. Anthony Morin looking to protect the puck. Great defense by Mario Smith. Comley has a Bengals star forward bearing down on him. No difficulty getting in position right there, and a good block there as well. As then, Newport gets an assist by the official there. Looks to go inside-outside on the defenseman. That is neatly broken up. Jake Allen's going to get on his horse as Mario Smith and Allen are going to race to the puck, and Smith is going to get back there on his backhand, and the refs show up late and then get in the way. That's nonsense if you ask me, but either way, the play continues. Here comes Walsh. Down below the dot, takes a shot. Oh, and the glove giveth and the glove taketh away. As Fasso that time juggles it and it goes over the line, and NU, for the first time all season, you're going to say Fasso wants one back, and it's now 4-0 Purple Eagles.
Well, we were talking about this a little bit before the game, and not that Jace Fasso is a small goaltender by any means, but coming in around 5'11", 6 foot, he's certainly not big. And we were saying those are the type of goalies who you just pepper and pepper and pepper, and eventually one of them's going to go in. That's what it is right there. He's probably faced 30-plus shots at this point. He was going to miss one of them eventually. If
any goaltender is allowed a mulligan, it's going to be Jace Fasso tonight, as that was a sneaky shot, a good play there by Newport. And again, 4-0 Purple Eagles with 7:31 to go. It's going to be an uphill climb, to say the very least, here for the Buffalo State Bengals to get back into this one.
To say the very least is right.
And NU is not at all interested in the charity play as Militello hits the line with speed, fires a shot on goal, and he picks up his own loose puck, and NU's going to start it again. Shot through traffic. Faso, though, continuing to play through it, makes the pad save. Here's Mavrakis, sends one to the front of the net. Good defensive play there by Nolan Mitchell, bearing down from his forward position to get in the way.
At this rate, I think the Zamboni can skip half the ice.
We now have a penalty here coming up, as it was NU was the last to touch the puck, but it was actually Nathan Cristaldi that went down, so it's going to be interesting to see what exactly the call is.
The call was
it is Mavrakis. It is a cross-check on Pat Mavrakis, and because we have the rest of a hockey game to call, if the journey of 1,000 miles is to begin, this could be the first step. And again, the Bengals didn't do much with their first power play. I mean, with 7 minutes in the second and a third to play, it's hard to call something a must score, but I don't think we're overstating it. Say Buffalo really needs to get something going here.
Based on the flow of the game, the time of possession, I'd call this a must score, absolutely. Buffalo State needs to get back into the game now if they're going to do it at all.
Blackley doing a great job keeping the play alive, but he does not have any puck support despite the man advantage, and when that happens, you get an ice clear. That is something that just can't happen, Toby. You have the man advantage. At no point should you ever be outnumbered anywhere on the ice when you're up a man.
And it seems like they're strapped for time and space, which...
You might be, but then that means you move the puck quicker, you're open.
There's 4 guys on the other team, there's 5 on yours, somebody's open. If someone's right on you, somebody's wide open somewhere else. You got to find that guy.
Puck rolling through the neutral zone. Stotz avoids one man, but there's that puck support again. Stotz playing with fire there, turns it over in the neutral zone as the Bengals are just not moving right now. And if you're not moving on the power play, you're not going to get into the zone.
And you're absolutely right about the lack of puck support. And Dreeson has the puck, and his closest teammate, number 20, Vincent Zach, is miles away. There's a good support play.
Here they come, and they've got some numbers, but Stotz is looking to shoot it, and he gets one on net, and actually that was the right play, as Andrade had to get his arm up high on that shot as it was knuckling towards him, as Luke Stotz, the shooter on this Bengals team, puts one on. You've noticed him a lot today. He's doing everything he can. As the Bengals now have 45 seconds to go, as they're going to get their top group out there for the remainder of this power play.
And it sounded like that might have hit the butt end of Andrade's stick, so maybe a little bit of luck, but you got to be good to be lucky. Nice
that's
poke.
a great poke right there by Strick as he's hitting the line with speed. Strick looks to put a move on Damian Ish, but the former Kenmore West captain with a good stick. DiMattio's wide open, though, and then he makes that nice pass to Knuff. This is the team that's shorthanded passing the puck like this.
Looks like a power play, doesn't it?
Well, Jake Allen finally has had enough of that, and here he comes through the zone, but he's going one-on-one with DiMattio. DiMattio kind of just stays where he's got to be, and Allen kind of peels back as Buffalo State looking to get some possession.
That's not a shot you should be taking on a power play.
No, and if you are going to take that shot, at least put it low so there's a chance for deflection or a rebound. But at the same time, I think the theory is just pucks on net. You need something, as the Bengals still have 11 seconds to work with as we have 5:08 to go here in the second period.
And again, hounding on the point of support. Jake Allen's coming in. They're on a power play. How is he coming in on a 1-on-3?
Allen looking for Paluch. Looks to drop. Ish has got to shoot this puck, and he does.
Nice
blocker save made there by Andrade. Big save as Ish got a lot on that, and he hit his spot.
Yes, he did. And again, Buffalo State had net front presence, but they're standing to the side. Got to take away the goaltender's eyes.
Plays even now as that shot is pinballing. The Bengals need to get on this puck, so NU can't break out. Paluch gets in there with DiMattio. They win the battle immediately, but in a kind of a weird turn of luck, the puck jumps over the glass, as we're going to get a face-off here with 4:30 remaining in the second period.
Things are looking pretty bleak for Buffalo State now, if they weren't already, coming off of that power play. Now, they were able to get a couple opportunity, a couple pucks in front, so I'd say it was a better power play than their first, but not good enough
when you're down 4-0. When you're down 4-0, a power play that yields no goals is a missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a good pinch there by Blackley, but the bounce goes, and here come the Purple Eagles. Hauser gets stopped at the wall right there, but he keeps the puck as The puck support by the Purple Eagles is just outstanding again. And they come around, and Faso somehow saw that with the glove and snaps it out of the air with 4:10 to go here in the second period. We're going to get a defensive zone face-off for the Buffalo State Bengals.
Face-off comes to the blocker side of Jace Faso here, how we've talked about, has been on his head.
Oh, P.J. Abbott looked like he was going to wire one for the bar and then shoots a worm burner. Faso drops the pad. Stotz gets clear of P.J. Abbott initially. That was a great play by P.J. Abbott to, one, get Stotz off the puck and not take a penalty. P.J. Abbott on the back check, looked beat, one last swipe of the stick, knocked the puck off of Luke Stotz, and from here, it looked clean. Blackley looking for the breakout, though, as the aforementioned Abbott sends one right through the neutral zone, and Niagara's going to look to pressure again. Colby Lawrence finds it in the slot, and, oh, good defensive play by the Bengals, but DeRicio's not able to get it out of the zone. Abbott, hard shot blocked there by Michael Blackley. Again, Niagara wheeling and dealing, keeping the puck. That's got to be something. That's terrible that there's no call there, but the play continues as Blackley's going to skate it through the neutral zone.
And that's the type of player Derwin Hauser is right there, flagging Blackley down the whole way up the ice. I got to play against him a few times when he was with Palm Beach down in Florida, and he is not a fun guy to play against. He is on you all game long.
Yeah, he is, some you-know-what and vinegar to play against.
Yes.
You feel him. You love him when he's on your team.
Yeah.
He's likely wearing a letter someday, but to play against him, one, you got to be aware of him, and two, being a player that deals with those guys, you also have to keep your head because guys like that are really good at making you want to do the not smart play.
Absolutely, and I can promise you that he has a lot to say to the opponents all game long.
Oh, I can tell just by the way he's out there skating. He says things that...
You don't want to hear.
No. Good play there by Mitchell to keep it in. There's a pass. There's a shot in. Andrade reads that play perfectly and gets the blue paint, makes the save. Gang just firing one. That took a big bounce there as Gang gets one through. Almost finds one on net, but Scanlon's got some time and space. The Bengals have put some more pressure on. Good to see, but Newport gaining the line with speed. Finds DiMatteo as this young man is just everywhere. Scanlon, if he was able to get a shot off, that was from a prime chunk of real estate right there. What a pass there by NU, and Faso gets to the post just in time and makes the save. Turned over by Newport. Scanlon with a shot, and I don't know if Faso got a pad on that or if it went wide, but NU is buzzing again. As soon as I said it, Buff State up the pressure, that's on me. That good play by Zach, just chips it up. Is that going to be an icing? That should not be. It will not be. The goaltender has to come out to play it, and he steers it around for DiMatteo. Down low it goes, and it's going to be the Purple Eagles skating out of the zone. Scanlon finds Walsh. Walsh, had him ahead. Cristaldi streaking, but the pass was behind him. Lawrence dropped his stick. The Bengals are literally shorthanded right now, and NU knows it. They're setting up right here. They go right to the defense.
Good D.
Good D. The Bengals have a 2-on-2. They got some zone time. Here's Morin inside, outside with a shot. Good play, but a better save there by Andrade. As the Bengals have got some shots on goal here, but Andrade looks calm and cool in there as nothing seems to be phasing him right now.
Little more back and forth that shift, and about a minute and a half ago, Nolan Mitchell had a great deflection right in front of the net that was so close to getting Buffalo State on the board, but they stay at a donut.
Colby Lawrence has to get on his horse right now. He goes same boards as that icing should be waved off.
I don't think they ever put their arm up in the first place.
The linesman did, but they waved it off immediately, and that's better that way as we're down to a minute and a half to go in the second period. As Mavrakis is going to wind it up as he is a speedster. Mavrakis gets by Paluch. And the stripes do the Bengals a solid right there, but it's none for nothing as it's sent all the way back in as Lawrence whips it to the near board. Jasmine read that, takes a rough ride. The Bengals have a forward back on D. They need to take advantage. Allen gets to the outside, and that's just not the play to make with a 3-on-2, but the Bengals are going to gain possession. Allen, too much stick handling on this great Niagara defense, and it leads to a turnover and a breakout. Here comes Mario Smith on his backhand, looks to get around Colby Lawrence, and Lawrence sticks him to the wall. Allen goes in and puck support, wins it. He goes down, and again, the Purple Eagles continue to swarm to the puck as the Bengals just cannot get a clean breakout as we're inside 50 seconds to go here in the second.
I think both teams would be content with just running out the clock in the corner.
Let's see what can happen here as Morin's got some speed. He's behind him. Anthony Morin over the line he goes, takes a shot, saved by Dominic Andrade.
A big one.
The star forward for the Bengals gets in alone, and Andrade makes his biggest save of the game. And now the captain, Knopf. They're going to go the length as here come the Purple Eagles. Here's Strick. Drop pass for Knopf. Pass to the slot. Slopped away by the Bengals. 13 to go. Another shot through traffic. Blocker saved there by Faso. Ethan Knopf down below, looking to bounce the puck off the net. Goes for the stuff attempt. Nothing doing. Blackley's just got to yeet this puck the length of the ice or hold it. He does, as the Bengals, similar to the first, allow two, as the Niagara Purple Eagles are going to take a 4-0 lead heading into the second period on goals from Andrew Newport and Matthew Gannon.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more of an even period, but still, Niagara all over them. Much more possession, much more shots, and the scoreboard reflects it. 4-0 Buff State, or 4-0 Niagara, rather. 4-0
lead for Niagara. Buffalo State definitely put their pedal to the metal at the end of the period. Niagara did need a couple saves from Dominic Andrade. They got every one of them, especially the best opportunity being that breakout from Anthony Morin. The game is not over yet. Look to see Buff State trying to push that stretch pass again, but also make no mistake, Niagara will be aware of that, trying to protect this lead as they might drop into some more a bit of a shell when they don't have the puck.
I don't expect Buff State to go away at all, but if Niagara can get one or two early, then maybe they could get Buff State to filter out.
Once again, it is a 4-0 Niagara University lead heading into the second period. We are going to step away here for the cut and the second intermission. We'll be right back after this. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network. Please be sure to like and subscribe for all of our hockey content, and we will be right back for third period action after this.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
welcome back to Period 3 from Buffalo State Ice Arena between the Niagara University Purple Eagles and the Buffalo State Bengals. Hello, everybody. My name is Sean McHugh, here to deliver the call of the final frame, joined here by color commentator Toby Bell, producer Aaron Alper, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski. Also want to give a shout-out to our last-minute fill-ins in the score booth, as we have the significant other of assistant coach Pat Krebs, Sarah Geraci, working the score. We have Ben McFadden also working the score, as well, as we are just about ready for third period action. Also a shout out to Will Drew as well, joining that crew, as the Purple Eagles enjoy a 4-0 lead here in the final frame, as we are just about ready for third period action, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Digital media solutions for 412 Communications to help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. Toby, it's been a rough one for the Bengals, but they have a third period to try to maybe claw back into this thing and make it interesting.
Yeah, for Buffalo State, it's going to be about getting all over Niagara and doing it early for Niagara. Don't change a thing. Keep doing what you've done all game. It's gotten you this 4-0 lead. It should get you a win if you can continue it.
As Niagara's going to go through the neutral zone, sending the puck in deep, as Scanlon's going to race for it, as Ish gets there first, but the puck ends up in the corner. And Scanlon begins the forecheck for the Purple Eagles, but it's actually going to be Morin going in on Mario Smith.
Good slip.
Morin gets around him, looking to get to the front of the net. Oh, he was looking for Jake Allen, but good defensive back pressure by Scanlon. And now here comes Walsh. Walsh has a trailer. It's Newport into the slot. Nice move. Newport on his backhand. It slides through him, and Newport finishes. He's shaking his head like he's upset. But be that as it may, Newport with a nice move, trailing the play 34 seconds into the period, and U gets their 5-0 lead.
Well, I don't think that's what Newport had planned out when he received the puck around the blue line. However, sometimes some bounces along with some chaos on freshly wetted ice can create little weird plays like that one, and the puck ended up in the back of Buffalo State's net.
Stotz is going to lean in for the faceoff against Mavrakis as Stotz wins it back for Blackley. Blackley into the corner, gets the puck to the blue line as Stotz knocks it down, as the Bengals are going to look to head to the zone with speed. Stotz looks to put a move on the defender. He gets down low, as it's going to be Blackley pinching in from the half wall, takes a shot. That is blocked. That is big trouble for Buffalo State. Militello, 3-on-1, drops it back for Kroll. Faso makes the save. And then that's what you need to see right there, as Colby Lawrence smokes a man, as Niagara takes whack after whack at their goaltender with a 5-goal lead, something we've seen plenty of over the years, and Colby Lawrence does the right thing and smokes the man out of the blue paint.
Yeah, Colby Lawrence, biggest guy on the ice. I don't think you want to mess with him.
Niagara University continuing to take whacks and liberties on the Buff State goaltending. Happened before, probably going to happen again, as we're going to get a face-off at heading out into the neutral zone.
And the refs are going to have to do a really good job controlling this game, because being a 5-goal deficit already, if Niagara starts taking some shots at the goalie, this thing is going to get ugly and ugly fast. DiMatteo backpedals into his own zone. That is picked up there by Blackley, as it's going to be Mavrakis chipping the puck in down low, as he's going to head in on the forecheck, but Militello is going to get there first. And there you see Colby Lawrence completely disregarding the puck and going for the hit. That's what this is going to turn into.
There's some frustration here, as now we have another whistle, as that is not something you want to see right here, as Mavrakis got absolutely blown up by Colby Lawrence. Massive frustration penalty. That was very uncalled for. That had nothing to do with anything. If you're going to hit somebody for whacking at your goaltender, that's one thing as long as it remains clean. But to take a shot like that is not something we need to see right here, as we're going to hope that Patrick Mavrakis just is dealing with a stinger right now. Lawrence is checking in on Mavrakis. I'm not sure Mavrakis is interested in anything Lawrence has to see, as he looks like he was injured up high, or that's his hand.
Yeah.
Either way, you hope the best for Patrick Mavrakis. He is a fine hockey player.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he got tangled up with Lawrence or if he just got hit by a puck, but either way, he seems to be heading off the ice. Looked like Lawrence might have cross-checked him.
It looked like a cross-check. It was a reaction. It also may have been a puck, so if I did speak too soon on a dirty hit, I do apologize. Either way, you don't want to see players get hurt, and unfortunately, in the spirit of what has become this chippy rivalry, when games get this way, stuff like this boils over, and I am terribly sorry to any person who does not want to hear this, but facts are facts.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. Battle in front of the net ended up with him exiting the ice. He's still hanging around by the glass. So hopefully Pat Mavrakis can get back into this game shortly. And hopefully that doesn't lead to even more chippiness, because as we were saying, it was already starting to head in that direction, and that could escalate the process.
We're going to get a face-off coming out of the neutral zone. There was not a penalty called, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe it was a puck and Colby Lawrence just happened to be there. As a large hockey player myself, you tend to get blamed whenever someone hits the ice and you're around, as Lawrence remains on the ice, and also there's no retribution shot coming. But here comes Nolan Mitchell on the forecheck.
Yeah, I think they were tied up together, and that might have been what caused Mavrakis to not be able to get out of the way of the puck.
Schoen goes for the wraparound, gets there as another play to the net. Much less hecticness around the goal crease this time around, as we're going to get a whistle with 18-14 to go in the final frame.
Yeah, big left pad save there from Jace Faso, but like you said, much smoother, and I'm sure he'd rather have, although it was a nice play in front, that than a puck bouncing all around him.
Faceoff is won back to Burden, but he was a little off the wall, and he has to retreat back to center ice as the puck is chipped through neutral ice. Here comes Schoen. Over the blue line he goes. Schoen on his forehand, drops it back for Abbott. Takes a shot, save there made by Faso, but Abbott pinching from his deep position goes down as the puck goes on the half wall. Burden, down below it goes. Nice strong play, fending off Owen Gang as Burden on his edge work. Finds Gannon. Gannon creates space, and he barred down shot. Gannon with a beautiful play into the slot, bar down off the bottle, and NU's got a touchdown pending the extra point. Gannon with his second of the night. It's a 6-0 NU lead.
And you saw Gannon there, USPHL national champion, pull that puck from inside of the circle into the slot, which was what pulled Jace Faso out of position, and then he was able to put past him for short side.
Magnus Indridson coming back up to his forward position, going to play center for the Bengals on this shift, as Owen Gang and Damian Ish will be the D partners. Faceoff is tied up, possession gained by the Purple Eagles as the play is sent through neutral ice and sent all the way down the ice. Gang gathers the puck for Knopf. Puck is dropped back as it's held in by the Purple Eagles. Puck is sent all the way down as it's going to be Donzella gathering the puck, and we're going to head through the ice for Niagara as they drop it back for Ethan Jasmine. Jasmine, not much forecheck pressure as he finds Strick. Strick opened the scoring for Niagara, wheels around on his forehand, finds a man in the slot, a good block there by the Bengals, and it's play for Joe Doricio. Doricio having trouble with it, and a great back check by Strick as the forward came bearing down on Doricio, beats him to the puck, puts him on the ice before he can get away, as even though they're up 6-0, Niagara's not going to quit on the defense.
No, their coach won't let him. At the end of the day, he's looking for results, but he's also looking for good play that'll lead to results further down the line.
Nice reverse hit there by the Bengals. That is going to lead to a penalty, though, as that might have been a little frustration. Joey Mandel doesn't like it, but that was a big collision away from the puck, and like you have said, Toby, the refs are going to need to make sure they don't maybe affect any outcomes, but make sure they are in firm control of this game, because at any level, whether it's the National Hockey League, the NCAA, the AAU, or Beer League, when a score is lopsided like this, physical play gets a little more of a response, especially from the team down on the scoreboard. That is something the refs are looking to prevent here as Doricio heads to the box. Frustration effort penalty, nonetheless, but also the refs cannot allow the extracurricular activities to go. We've seen players get hurt in situations like that. We cannot have that in this game.
No, we need the refs to retaliate to those plays with penalties, not allowing the other team to retaliate those plays with plays of their own. Joey
Mandel doing a nice job. There was no trip there, but if the ref was on the other side of the ice, he may have seen it that way. Nothing there. Niagara, though no worse for wear, just easily gains the zone with little pressure, and they're going to set up in the offensive zone as well to start their power play. They've got 1:40 to work with here as DiMatteo mans the point he goes. Quarterbacking the power play for the captain, Ethan Knopf. Knopf.
They're doing a good job spreading the ice.
Way too much time and space. Niagara's doing a great job of playing quick but slow. That shot hits legs in front, but again, good. Mandel actually got there first. It looked like Niagara was going to win that race as the puck is sent the length of the ice. Andrade has to play it in the corner.
Yeah, great clear by Buffalo State, but you see what Niagara's doing on offense, really spreading out Buffalo State's defense, trying to pull them away from the goalie so they can infiltrate the middle of the ice.
Here comes Schoen, gaining the line on his forehand, gets clear of Blackley, drops it back for DiMatteo. I don't think Schoen knew exactly where DiMatteo was, but Niagara not quitting on any plays whatsoever, continues that outstanding puck support as Strick looks for the short side. Faso makes the save with his arm, but it's the Purple Eagles maintaining possession. DiMatteo just dealing and dealing right now. Every pass is where it needs to be from number 29 in purple. Bengals, though, looking to create something here, but there's DiMatteo again in perfect position to make sure Mandel gets nothing, as Mandel is at the very end of his shift right now, running on fumes. At this point, just trying to be in the way. Here come the Purple Eagles with Hauser. Hauser takes a hard shot through traffic, follows his own rebound, and then pops out through the short side. Then Scanlon following up on the play as the Bengals, you said it, Toby, their tank is running on empty right now. They just do not have the legs to go with this fresh four-line attack of Niagara in this third period.
Yeah, and I'll give some credit to Derwin Hauser there, as he got up after getting blown up by Michael Blackley and created 2 chances of his own.
Even strength now as the penalty was killed, as the Bengals do survive the penalty kill, but Niagara continues to pressure in the zone. Newport looking in front of the net. Allen gets in the way, but again, just Niagara swarming to the puck. Oh, Bengals were 1 bounce away from Doricio being off to the races.
But you see these pucks coming a little softer off of Buff State, and that's just due to fatigue. Nice save.
Rough pass right there, as this is what we wanted to see as Patrick Mavrakis makes his way back onto the ice. The outstanding center for the Purple Eagles seems to have shaken off whatever was ailing him. Good to see number 27 back on the bench. He's an exciting player, and it's just good to see that he doesn't appear to have been hurt that bad, because at the end of the day, rivalries, whatever, nobody wants to see an injury, and we seem to have escaped that with number 27 in purple, Patrick Mavrakis.
Yeah, at the end of the day, injuries are a part of the game, but whenever and wherever they can be avoided, you'd like to avoid them.
Abbott takes a shot from the point. You do not want to give number 3 in purple time and space to shoot that puck. He has a stick of dynamite attached to that thing, and if he gets into one, good luck stopping it. Even if you block it, it's probably going to go through you.
That was a good job by Nolan Mitchell, leading with his stick to prevent Abbott from really getting extended on that shot.
Man, oh man, Nolan Mitchell doing the Lord's work and getting in front of a hard snapper from PJ Abbott. That's going to leave a mark that says Made in Canada on his ankle tomorrow. Another short side shot. Puck is sitting in the slot. The Bengals, friendly fire right there as Luke Stotz takes the clearing attempt off his own ankle. Seems to be okay right there, but that shot stung him. Ish tries to get it out. Schottmer just kind of blares it. Here comes Damian Ish, the freight train. Damian Ish, a big man, just sends it on net as Andre's just going to hold it and then drop it back, as NU is going to get a free possession here. And in the most uncharacteristic thing I've seen today, NU looked a little off page on that pass, as they're going to get an icing. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen a game where a team's completed 100% of their passes, so unfortunately NU doesn't get that option. They're probably going to be stuck at 99.6.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the second pass I've seen that has truly been a complete miss. NU has been very efficient with their passes today, and they reap the benefits of it.
If that's the worst play NU makes today, and it might be, they're in fine shape, as PJ Abbott looking to get the wheels turning. He gets a rim one and throws a perfect pass right on the tape to Cristaldi, who steps around Lawrence and is looking to create something in the offensive zone. No look back pass. The short side was there, but the post got in the way, as NU just continuing to apply nothing but pressure. Lawrence, finally they hit on a breakout pass as Mandel's going to get through the zone. NU, though, not dropping into a defensive shell, but Sean Casilio is making sure his Purple Eagles are aware of defense first right now. They have a goal in mind, Toby. I'm not going to say it, but here is the breakout to Militello. He's got to step on Lawrence. Militello, I don't love that call at all. It looks like Lawrence got the puck first, but at the same time, they called a penalty shot on that?
There's no way. At the end of the day, he tripped over his body. He got the puck first. I don't think it's going to be tripping, but the fact that he tripped over his body means that the player was in front of the breakaway, and therefore there's absolutely no way that can be a penalty shot.
I might get a private message about this one, but I'm sorry. You could have argued that was a bad call for a penalty. A penalty shot, get out of here. But either way, we can't do anything about it here, as it's going to be Militello getting the look on Faso.
Jace Faso is the only one who can do something about it here and make it a moot point.
Well, Fossil's been great today, and this is going to be hard to say. It's going to be his biggest test with what he's seen today, but he's going to get an absolute dog in Militello coming in on him on this penalty shot one-on-one. Let's see what Fossil's got here as Militello picks up the puck. He is going to gain the line slowly, going wide down the left side. Head fake to his forehand, and he slams it into the far side as Niagara's gifted an opportunity, but they make do of it, and it is now a 7-0 Purple Eagles lead.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Militello's not going to let too many of those opportunities go by the wayside, and he did not let that one pass up. As earlier we were mentioning that they were just awaiting the extra point, and there's the kick, and it is good.
Well, they put the extra point through the upright, something I don't have a lot of confidence in a certain team that plays football here, but Niagara University can do it. As Buffalo State's going to look to break the goose egg here. Morin just takes a shot from distance. That hits a leg and goes over the bar. Plays long, Blackley. He has been a very good defenseman for the Bengals all year. He continues to play and keep the puck in at the line as Blackley looks to create space for himself. Puck does find its way to the blue line as it's chipped out as Allen sends the puck to center ice. Paluch gripped the stick a little tight right there and kind of lost possession of it and now heads in on the forecheck as the puck has gone D-to-D for Mario Smith. Schoen through the neutral zone it goes, gains the blue line on his backhand. Nice move on the defender, looks to feed it through the short side. Nothing doing there as the puck finds its way behind the net. Schoen, though, gets it back, goes for the other short side. Faso gets tall in his butterfly and prevents another scoring opportunity. Blackley. That a missed opportunity for missed pass by Niagara, That's going to go the length of the ice as Andrade slows the puck down for Mario Smith as he's going to stop behind his line. Sees a man breaking as he finds a streaker as the looking for the forehand shot. Nothing doing there as the play ends up in the corner there. Bengals trying to get out of their own zone, but it's Newport. On his backhand, looking in front of the net. Newport, nice saucer pass to the front of the net, and a good job by the Bengals to block the play as Newport, the playmaking forward for the Purple Eagles, making another nice play to the front of the net. He has been doing that all game as Newport is a dish master, and he's putting that on display today.
How Ethan Jasmine still has the puck there, I have no idea.
He is a very strong skater. Another shot for the far side as Jasmine, gets kind of bit by the rut bug there, but I don't think Jasmine's going to cry too much about it. He kind of just goes backhand for his D partner, Mario Smith, and the Purple Eagles look to wind it up again. Don't see much they like, so they just calmly reverse course. When you're Niagara, you have a lead like this, you do get to be selective about your passes, and that is exactly what they're doing, making sure every play is the right play.
Yeah, no mistakes, just regroups. Like right there, they lose possession for a second. It's not a mistake, let's just regroup. Although that might have been.
Luke Stotz has a little bit of time, gets through the zone. Has the outside on D'Amadio, looks for the pass as Nolan Mitchell not able to gather, but he does get the puck down low in the corner for the Bengals. Mohawk turning his way, sends one to the front for Vincent Zach, nothing doing there, but the Bengals gaining possession. Puck goes back to Owen Gang, he's got some time. There's the shot through traffic, and it just hits a leg and almost finds its way home. And you still sending those streakers, which is blowing the top off this coverage, making these breakouts more pristine for the Purple Eagles as Scanlon, a little bit of herky-jerkiness in the neutral zone, smartly sends the puck in down low, and Niagara gets to work on their forecheck. Mitchell gaining the puck at center ice, sends the puck in down low, icing is waved off as Andrade gathers behind the zone, sends a puck up for the captain, Knopf. Nice pass right there, and here come the Purple Eagles again. There's a shot there by Angelo Donzella, steered aside by Faso. Lawrence. Long pass it goes. Here comes Joe DeRicio. Luke Stotz pulled up at the blue line. DeRicio thought he'd go to the net, and that goes to an open area that was vacated, but the Bengals are going to look to put pressure on as Stotz and Nisevich are going to go to the wall together. Nisevich pirouettes away from Stotz, gets on his edges. The forecheck paid dividends initially, but the Bengals get the puck off the man's stick on a hit there on the captain, Knopf, who pops right up and joins the play again.
Yeah, Niagara's gotten hit hard a few times, and I have not seen them stay down once. Tough team.
Knopf just a little ambitious there on the zone entry, goes offsides as the puck is going to come out into the neutral zone.
I think Nisevich got an unsportsmanlike there. I don't know if it'll be an actual penalty.
Yeah, they got him.
Might just be a 10-minute.
Yeah, Nosevich kind of had a reaction to the offsides call. They're going to give him, it's just going to be a minor, so the Bengals are going to head to the power play. I think that had less to do with Nosevich committing an egregious act as more as the refs kind of buckle down and say, get through this game clean, because like we say, we don't want frustration boiling over on the Bengals side, and we don't want liberties taken on anybody due to a blowout.
Yeah, it's 7-0. There's 8.5 minutes left. We don't need any stupidity. So much time.
And Mavrakis is back on the play as Cristaldi. He's got Mavrakis trailing, but he takes a shot and Fossil waffle boards that one down. But Cristaldi getting on the forecheck. Oh, baby, this is exactly what you're looking for on the penalty kill.
He'll hold on to that as long as he can.
The Bengals are 1.5 miles off sides right now, and the whistle was still late on that, but either way, with 8:21 to go here, we got a whistle as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Face-off won by the Purple Eagles as Burden's going to head in with 1:30 to go on the Niagara penalty kill. He just finds Cristaldi, who's got all day and half the night to just feather one, and then he finds Mavrakis. Mavrakis takes a shot, and Damien Ish blocks that out of the way as we're going to get a whistle with 8:07 to go as tonight's broadcast is presented in part by Niagara University, a regional academic leader and a perfect example of how non-NCAA hockey can be a positive force for colleges everywhere. For information on enrollment, education, open house, or non-varsity sports, visit them at niagara.edu.
And what an advertisement this entire game has been for Niagara University.
Anybody that's thinking club hockey may or may not be beneficial, look no further than what this Niagara University team has been built. Morin looking for Mandel on his backhand, and a big save there by Andrade as Mandel got to the move. Andrade stayed right with him and slammed the door shut. And to put a pretty bow on that play, icing is waved off as the Bengals have to retreat into their own zone. Bengals looking to break out for Morin. Morin, you can see the respect he commands as he is taken out nicely by DiMatteo, as that's the guy you're going to see on Morin all game. He can absolutely skate and bang with him, and you can see it on display there as DiMatteo giving him a rough ride. Ish fires one right into the gut of Derwin Hauser. Toby, you're familiar with him. That shouldn't surprise anybody to see him laying out to block shots, even with a big lead for his team.
Does not surprise me one bit. That's the type of player he is. He'll put the puck in the back of the net when he needs to, and he'll block a shot when he needs to.
Allen putting a nice move there on Abbott, but Abbott staying with him stride for stride, and Abbott finishes off Allen nicely. Good defensive play by number 3, the undisputed leader of Niagara's back end, P.J. Abbott. Morin. Head fakes to get away from Hauser. Now he's dealing with Mario Smith as Niagara has successfully killed up the penalty, and P.J. Abbott looking to finish the job nicely, but Morin continues to play the puck. Ish using his body. He gets taken down, but he continues on the forecheck. Abbott, though, just kind of boxes him out. Throws a breakout pass. It wasn't handled by Hauser initially, but puck support again by the Purple Eagles is pristine, and they're going to come out of here with a rush. Mitchell, the forward on D, does a nice job as Jake Allen's just going to fake the slap shot. Now takes a shot as Abbott all over him as P.J. Abbott and Jake Allen, two friends from years of playing together and against each other, have a nice little moment there as Abbott makes the play on the outstanding Bengals forward. As with 6:16 remaining in the period, we're going to get an offensive zone faceoff for the Bengals.
Yeah, and now seems like a good time to give a little shout-out to Dominic Andrade. We've been giving a lot of credit to Jace Fosso, and Andrade hasn't had quite the shot volume that Fosso's faced, but he's had a few quality saves, especially in the last 2 periods.
Andrade has been outstanding. It's very easy to overlook the goalie on the team that's winning 7-0, but we cannot forget he made some huge saves. A save on a breakout from Morin, the save there on the backhand by Mandel, and also at the same time, he's made the saves he needs to make. The game was close once. Andrade was asked to make saves. He made those saves. He's given his team exactly what you want from your starting goaltender, and he's being rewarded with some support, and now Niagara's trying to protect the lead.
Yeah, if Buff State ties this game early at 1-1, who knows where we are now.
Here's Newport. He's been a playmaker all game. Looks to shoot for the far side as Fosso waffle boards that down into his chest from his blocker, as this broadcast is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leader in the clubhouse and indoor golf facilities with simulators, lessons, and leagues. Visit Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's top destination for year-round practice and instruction.
Face-off coming to the glove side here of Faso after making that big save and swallowing it.
Play to the front of the net there as Schottmer does a nice job reaching on over from his D position to keep the play alive. And now it's Blackley. Blackley getting on his edge. Sends the puck up. Mitchell looking to get behind the defense. Schottmer intercepts that pass, but Blackley jumps up, and let's see if he can create something. But Schottmer absolutely dogs him from behind right there. Great back check by the big defenseman. As just Schottmer getting a lot of attention by the Bengals for some reason. The play's alive as Ish takes a shot. Plays on the back door, and Vincent Zach had an open net.
That was it.
There are some liberties being taken on Mavrakis right now. There are some shots being thrown by the Bengals. They have to watch themselves, and the refs need to be in control if it's called for.
Well, it's a shame, too, because that was their best opportunity to score, and they seemed more interested in hurting some.
Schottmer's angry right now after taking some hits as he looks to lead the rush. Damian Ish slows him down as Schottmer took some hits there but continues to stay with it as Mario Smith fires one just wide of the short side. Vincent Zach, nice no-look pass as Indridson takes a nice play there. Good stick-up play there by Ethan Knopf as Jasmine, the smooth skater, 2-on-0, takes the shot. Faso, not quitting on his team, makes another big save as the Bengals got caught on a brutal change. Faso, though, making a big save. Plays to the front of the net there. Bengals looking to break out. Played just ahead of Austin Paluch. Man blows a tire, but Paluch gets there first. Plays kept alive by Doricio. Doricio getting on his edges, though. Colby Lawrence buries somebody. That is blatant interference right there as NU's heading to the power play. Plays for Strick, and it finds the back of the net anyway, so Canisius ends up getting the last laugh on that play, as instead of retaliating to the big frustration hit, Canisius turns it into a breakout, and it is Brett Strick getting his second of the game. Niagara gets an 8-0 lead. The better retaliation to a big hit is not going back at the guy, but to score 5 seconds later. That is what NU did. The cooler heads prevailed, and they're rewarded with their 8th goal of the evening.
Well, at the end of the day, as the saying goes, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. And Buffalo State seemed more interested that whole shift in throwing bodies and trying to get some retaliation for how they're feeling being down 7-0. And what do they get for it? It's 8-0 now.
And to rub salt in the wound, the Bengals took a penalty at the end of the play.
Yeah, I believe it was Colby Lawrence. Who seems to be on the bench right now.
Yeah, he's arguing. Let's see, the refs are talking to Coach Tim Turner. No, it's 5-on-5. There is no penalty.
5-on-5. So it got waived due to the goal.
Be that as it may, we're going 5-on-5 here before the face-off between Schoen and Allen. There's still discussions going on. Sean Casilio wants an explanation for something as they're enforcing a penalty, it looks like.
Well, I believe the rules for AAU is that even when a penalty was taken, or even when a goal is scored on delayed penalty, there should still be a power play. So I'm not really sure why the arm went up and then went down, but
it's really neither here nor there with 4 minutes left in an 8-goal game. So we're going to play 5-on-5 here, as it's going to be Schoen gaining the line. Bengals are just clearing the puck through center ice.
Don't want to give up another one.
No. You don't want to give up. You don't want to give up the double digits. That's just the landmark. You don't want to give up under any circumstance. But the Bengals also need to do something else here. They have 2 jobs here in the last 3 minutes. Let's see if they're able to accomplish that. Maybe play a game within a game here.
Yes, they can. Give them something to bring into their next game, something to bring into practice to build off of.
Shot on net. Faso's going to play it for Owen Gang to let the clock continue to run as he sends it up the near boards. Stokes looks to slow it down as NU is just going to skate it all the way back to center ice and go back to Abbott. And again, just this one-touch passing by NU is a clinic right now as Schoen gains the line with space and Faso gets his pad on that one. Abbott again. I don't know. That was more or less of a shot and more of a just keep the puck in deep and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, and already in the zone dumping.
Fanned-on pass right there as Schoen, though, that is what you like to see right there, especially I know Coach Casillo is going to love that. Schoen made the turnover and he just put his head down and just hounded the puck carrier and got the puck back versus hanging his head or banging his stick, which you'll see at this level showing gets to work and shows why he is just getting trusted with a ton of minutes tonight, playing great center for the Purple Eagles.
Icing waved off there due to going through a few sticks.
Not going to be too mad about that as the puck goes to center ice to the neutral zone as P.J. Abbott gathers on his backhand. As NU just going to play a game of keep away, I think, for the most part, probably not giving up on scoring opportunities, but making sure they're buttoning up their own end. And that's the best defense you have right there, passing like that. Walsh wasn't able to catch it, but it's not going to change much of how NU's going to continue to pass right here for the remaining 2 minutes in this hockey game. Morin working down low to Allen. Allen feathers one for Lawrence. He's a bit off his point. He loses the puck. Man down, Newport in alone. Andrew Newport on his backhand, loses it, and the puck rolled on him, and he could not get his backhand. Faso was with him the entire way, but NU stays with the puck, and the puck bounces to a weird area. Faso calmly drops his glove onto that as we're going to get a whistle with 1:37 to go here in the final frame.
Well, this is why Niagara stacked their preseason with teams from Quebec and stronger opponents rather than a couple easy games to ease into the season, because now that they are in the season playing AAU competition, they look incredibly strong. They worked up, and now they can play at their level very confidently.
Puck is sent in down below as the Bengals are going to look to get out of the zone here, but it's Militello keeping the play alive for the Eagles. Puck is shot on goal right there, and it's speared to the side as DiMatteo is going to keep the play alive. DiMatteo looks to spin around there, but even when he gets down, he continues to maintain his possession, and the Bengals were not able to get their breakout on that play. That play is 1 3/4 offsides, as with 1:09 to go here in the third period, we're going to get another whistle.
Yeah, Joey Mandel just caught on the wrong side of the blue line there. As just about a minute left in this one. Not looking like any last seconds comebacks are in the works.
Yeah, DiMatteo, I think he might have felt that a little bit. Probably better to just get him off the ice. That is not a player you can afford to lose for any length of time. Even if the injury is non-serious, or if it is, I'm not really sure. You hope number 29 is okay. He has been an absolute force to be reckoned with on D for the Purple Eagles. He typically is. He is a defender everybody would love to have on their team. He is a hard-nosed, highly skilled, high-motor player. One of the best you're going to see as Faso makes a save with the butt end of his stick.
You know, it's not often that you can give a goalie too many props after letting up 8 goals, but Faso sure can today.
There's a huge save there by Cristaldi. Right on cue there, Toby. Faso continuing to go into the splits to make the save, and let's see. Anthony Morin has a little bit of room here. Let's see what he's got. Morin. P.J. Abbott again, though. The stalwart defenseman blocks it off again, and then he takes the puck off a Mandel stick as P.J. Abbott continuing to just be an absolute menace on the back end, blocking a shot there, and Damian Ish looks to go for the short side. Ooh, takes a whack at the goaltender right there. Then he reverse hits it. That's it. No. Owen Gang took a head start and just threw a cross check right into the back of P.J. Abbott. You cannot do that under any circumstance. That is not a good play, especially down 8-0 with 20 seconds. Honestly, NU could have had P.J. Abbott's getting a penalty. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's just to maintain cool heads. Toby, I thought NU would have been justified in reacting a little bit more ferociously. I mean, their guy took a whack. Colby Lawrence cleared him out, and I thought it was justified. Not saying he needs to get hurt, but NU could have gotten a lot angrier about that. Instead, Buffalo State has a guy cross-checking somebody, and you can't be doing that. I understand his frustration. I know Owen Gang's not that type of player, but that's just a bad look.
And for Buffalo State, look, you lost the game. You're not going to score 8 goals in 20 seconds. It's October. You don't need to face a suspension this early in the season, and that can always come back to bite you because if an incident happens later in the season near the playoffs, now you're a repeat offender. Now you're out 5 games where it should have been 1 or 2, and you're missing playoff games. It's just not worth it.
I get frustration, I really do, as Niagara's going to be the sportsman's about this, as they're going to skate it all the way back.
Taking a knee.
This is fine. This is fine. Yep, the teams are in agreement right here. Nothing else needs to happen.
The clock's not running.
Just call it at this point, Raf.
Yeah, there it goes. They're having conversations with each other.
Well,
on the
it's
ice.
good to see that the game ends on friendly terms. There were a little bit of contentious moments here. But at the end of the day, the game is played relatively cleanly, and the worst thing that we thought happened ended up being a deflection. Colby, I'm sorry, my guy. I did not mean to assume anything. Be that as it may, NU takes care of business. As for the second game in a row, they put up 8. NU, like we talked about, learned a lot. Iron sharpened iron when they hosted the Quebec teams. They're playing UNYCHL hockey. They are in the Division 1, so this will not count in their league record, but be that as it may, they were trying to build on a league game. I would say that they have more to like than they didn't, knowing head coach Sean Casilio and the intense gamesman that he is. He will find more to work on than to praise, as he wants to keep his team hungry. That is why he is considered one of the best. He is a former coach of the year. He will have his teams motivated and continuing to play well. And on the other side, the Bengals, you didn't have it tonight. I don't know what else to say. You lost 8-0, had some scoring chances. They stood up for their teammates a little bit. Nothing to rip apart. I think it's just fair to say that the better team won tonight, Toby.
Yeah, Niagara, again, they showed why they had that preseason against Canadian teams, and they are now up 16-2 on interstate teams, so obviously that was a good strategy. And there was a little bit of that for Buff State today, being a Division 2 team playing against a Division 1. This was almost their iron sharpen iron game to try to get ready for their interleague play in Division 2.
Once again, tonight's broadcast also is brought to you in part by Niagara University, a regional academic leader and a shining example of how non-NCAA hockey can be a positive force for colleges and their students, and also just a great way for athletes coming out of high school to still get the privilege of playing hockey at a very high level, as nobody at any age should be without the game of hockey. Visit more on Niagara School and their non-varsity and NCAA sports programs visiting niagara.edu. Once again, that is going to be a final from the Buffalo State Ice Arena. It is an 8-0 Purple Eagles victory over the Buffalo State Bengals. For color commentator Toby Bell, producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, I'm Sean McHugh. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network. Please like and subscribe for more hockey content, and we will see you next time.